everybody. Here is the Super Simples number 7 video. I made a short one. This is going to just be the longer one that's going to actually show me putting it all together. So let's show you what we got. So this is supposed to be kind of training or similar to doing the envelope flip out journals where they have many layers that flip and close over each other. But this one's done in a kit. So I printed everything, I've inked everything, and I have everything kind of ready to go. This is the sample, and you'll notice there are lots of places on here where I have sewn. I'll try to talk you through it as I go through the video, but for sake of the video, I'm only going to be gluing everything. But this is how it'll come together, and of course you can change where things are, adjust it to what you like. There's so many possibilities with this one, so just have fun with it and go for it. But you have this front little pocket. I had mine just kind of held together with this old rusty paper clip. You don't have to do that, it stays on its own. But this is what you would put directly into your journal. So if you had like a journal page, you would just glue this right in. And you have this little flip out with a tiny little tag in there. You have this flip out that has a couple of little journaling cards and places with a quote here. You have this flip out that has a little tuck in that pocket and a quote on the back. You have this fun little collage flip out page, a big tag to go in there. And you have this main piece with a pocket and a couple of little tucks and things like that. So to start out, I did sew around every single one of these and just some of these little tucks. And I did sew around this entire page here with that pocket. But again, for today, I will just be gluing. So let's kind of get started. I'll set that off here and I'll try to keep it in view so you can kind of compare where we're at and what we've got. But this is that main page that you're actually going to glue to your journal. Now I have this pocket that's going to go right here. And on mine, I did do this little punch. It kind of gives you a lace effect along the top of the page, which is really fun. So I'll go ahead and just punch that. If you have one, great. If not, it's no big deal. It's just kind of a fun little bonus. I like it for the interest that it adds to it, but definitely not necessary. You could do other things. You could just sew along the top or just extra inking, maybe some fun colors of ink, whatever works for you. But first things first, we're going to make that pocket. So here we go. Without further ado, all right, I am just going to sew up along this side and along the bottom of that pocket and up here. Did I say sew? I meant glue. If I said sew, sorry. But I'm gluing. And I kind of want to be able to see this fun little grid pattern there. So I think I'm going to flip it around. You can do it either way. And that goes right up against those edges. If you're sewing, you just sew around the whole page and it's super fun effect. All right, so that page, super easy, and you can just tuck whatever little tucks you want, extras if you have stuff. You could just do a coffee dyed paper and just get a fun spot to journal, just whatever you want. All right, now I just have some little fussy cuts to make a little collage. And it's kind of a bee theme. You'll notice I have some kind of continuing bee ephemera that goes throughout it. So you can do that. Now you could add some lace, but keep in mind that you've got a lot of layers coming on top, so you might just not want to bulk it up too much, but keep in mind that you can. All right, now I'm going to start with making this tag. I did sew on mine. Maybe, did I? I don't know if I did. But if you do sew then sew before you glue the two halves together, just because then the stitching won't show up on the back, unless you want it to show up on the back, but just keep that in mind as you're putting it together. So I like to always put everything together and then go back through, kind of make sure, oh, there we go. Make sure I'm not goofing up or doing something that I didn't mean to do. So I always kind of put it all together first and try it out before I glue everything down. And even then, sometimes you run into some fun creative mix-ups that sometimes actually turn out to be awesome. So just roll with it. Okay, I have my little crocodile. I'm gonna go ahead and put a cute little rivet thingy in. Wow, I did not center that super good. That's okay. I did on the practice one. That's okay. All right, put that in, and then I'll probably do some kind of a lace or something on that, but I won't make you watch that part. So, all right, we have that. Now, this, so I'm gonna try out and make sure I have it where I want it. I want this on this side because I want it to open up on that, and I don't want it to be upside down. So if I put it on this side and I opened it up, it would be upside down. So just set it up, make sure you've got it in the right spot before you do anything. And I did, on this one, I did do this. I'm going to try to center it a little bit better than my rivet. Good times. Okay, so there we go. We have that pocket ready to go. I kind of like to do a little bit of inking back there too, just so it kind of blends in a little bit better. It's not stark white against it. All right, now we're just going to kind of put together our little collage on this. And again, you can add little bits that you have at home. Just really make it yours. It doesn't have to look like this by any stretch. So that's the fun of it. I just had this little bit. This is like a scrap left over, and I just thought it needed a little something else. So that's why I have this here, but you don't have to do it that way. And on my original, I have sewn around this cute little tag because you know I love sewing, so do it your way. And I just had a leftover bit of lace on a different project that I used on my sample, and I thought it was such a cute effect that I actually just cut a piece of lace for this one. So all right, we've got that, we've got that. This one's ready to glue down. I'm gonna go ahead and use my heavy duty glue because this is gonna be the hinge. That's actually, oh, I just glued my whole thing shut, you guys. That's funny. All right, we're gonna let that dry for a minute and it will go away, and then I'll go ahead. Actually, I know what I can do. That's really funny that I just did that. All right, we're gonna give that a minute to dry, and then we'll figure something out to make that one work. Let's go on to the next one. There you go, plan ahead. Maybe one day I'll take my own advice. Okay, next, we have this cute little pocket. Now this one's a little different because I want this one to open from the side right here. So it will be attached, it's like this, and it's gonna attach on this side, but I want it to open up here and be able to pull a tuck out there. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue down the top and the bottom to form that pocket. And this time I'm not gonna glue my pocket shut, I don't think. I make no promises. Oh, do you know what I just wrote? Okay, it's okay. On my sample, I punched out a hole here You don't have to. I'll do it this way because I know not everybody has that punch. But if you want to punch it out or even use an X-Acto knife and make a fun little window there, do it first before you glue anything together. And you could sew extra around it and all of that first before you turn it into your pocket. But this is just all you have to do is glue those sides down. And then you're just gonna come here and you're just gonna barely clip off that edge. Just see that, I mean, that's like barely anything. But it's enough that now that has become a pocket and it will open up for that tab. And after you cut it, you may need to re-ink just because you just cut it off. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my cute little punch. Let's see. I don't want to do too much, but what did I do? Oh, my punch is being rebellious. Let's try that again. I think I need to make it a little bigger. There we go. If I look at it from this end, I can see it. All right, there we go. And then I ink that up. And on this one, it's really fun with that window because then you have kind of decoration on the front. So you could put another fussy cut if you're not gonna put that window, but it's okay for now. I'm just gonna do that. And I did add just a little bit of cheesecloth underneath it, just for fun. So we'll go ahead and glue that down, and it's not gonna take much. I think I'm gonna move it. No, I like where it is. I'm gonna do it up top. I like it. And that's kind of fun. There we go. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put this little signage down. You could layer other stuff, scrap papers, whatever. I'm just trying to give you ideas as we go. All right, so there's that. Now, with this, if you wanted, you could leave it so that it opens up for more journaling. I just glued it down on mine because I didn't want, there we go. I didn't want to add more complication to it, so I just made that simple. Because when you have all these flip outs, it gets kind of complicated, and I didn't want to do more because it has it all on its own. But you can if you want. So just giving the ideas. All right, here's the little tab. This is what's gonna pull that out of that little pocket. And it comes just like that. You just have to cut it and ink it, and it's ready to go. Now I'm placing this pretty high up on this, and I will show you why on the sample one in a minute. But just keep that in mind, that you have other things that are opening and closing, and you need to make sure that tab will work around what else, the other things you're working with. So, all right, we have our cute little quote, and we have this cute little fussy cut. Just making a little collage on the back. Don't want to do too much, because I'm making that on the wrong back. I am killing it today. Just saying. Okay, we're gonna let that dry. That's for journaling. That collage is gonna go on the back here. There we go. Let's try round 7. We'll get it. There we go. And there's our cute little quote. Okay, so that pocket is now ready to go. And that little journaling card will just tuck right in that pocket when it's ready. Oh, I did it the wrong. Let's fix this. There we go. This is supposed to go this direction, so it's skinny enough to slide in and out of your pocket. Much better. There we go. That one's ready. So let's set that aside and let's redo our pocket right here. I think that glue is dry enough that it won't cause problems. A little trick if you're worried about it is just get a scrap. Get a little scrap and you can put it in there. You could even bring it up here to the top like this. I'm going to do it just in case because I don't want that tag to stick. So this is just a little trick. You guys are getting a bonus trick. But just stick it. Oh, that's cute. It says friends right there. I'm going to go like this so you can see words. All right, and you're just going to stick that down to that. And that way your tag won't stick. There we go. Good thing I made a short video and a long video for this one. The short video might be more useful. It's all good. I think it's good to see that even though I've made this before, there's still goof ups and there's still things that you have to recalculate. There we go. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue in those first two flaps and then we'll work on the others. So you just put a little bit on this white side of the flap and that's going to actually come on top of this main piece pretty far down, almost to the bottom, but leaving a little because I think it's pretty. And you'll notice when you open that flap, there is a tiny gap. That is because that's your hinge. If you want, after everything, you could come in and ink that up. If it bugs you, it doesn't bug me, but you can do it how you want. It's the name of the game, right? Okay, let's do this second one. Put that one in. And we're gonna come and we're gonna put this one in place and it's gonna go right about there. There you go. And just make sure that opens up how you need it to. I got a little extra glue there, so I'm just gonna rub it off. There we go. And I wanna ink that. All right, that's going in. And now you're gonna see why I kept that up higher in this next step, so I'll show you. All right. So if you kind of assemble it from the inside and work your way out, then you'll see where everything is and you'll make sure not to interact with the other pieces. So keep that in mind as you're doing it. All right, we are now on to this little pocket right here. Here's the pieces for that one. This one is opening from the top right here, if you can see that. So I'm going to just, when I glue it, make sure I don't glue that side shut. I am just going to glue. And it needs hardly any glue because, oh, I don't think I mentioned it. I printed everything on regular weight paper. Well, I printed all of these flappy pages on regular weight paper. I did all of the ephemera, the tags, all of that I did on cardstock. But for this part, I did regular weight paper because I didn't want to bulk it up too much. So, oh, I need to sharpen my circle tag. Look at that. That's so sad. All right, good enough. All right, that pocket is done. Just ink it up a little. And that one, now see, that little tab, I don't want this guy to interfere with that. So I wouldn't want to put it clear up here because it would interfere with that. So this next page is going to come down here where it doesn't interfere with this tab. So just keep those kinds of things in mind as you're assembling it, that you just kind of know where your moving parts are so we don't interfere. And come up a little higher. There we go. All right. Now this one, I have this cute little piece of ephemera, and it comes like this. You could, again, leave it and just be able to open and close it for extra journaling. Again, I just like big chunky cards sometimes, and to do that, you kind of have to just glue it shut, but you can leave it open. Or you could even make it another little tuck spot for something else. Just whatever. All right, that goes in there. And then I inked up the back of this just a little bit, just so it would kind of match the front, but another just a little journal spot. And I have this cute little quote to go on the inside of that one. You can put things wherever you want. So, and you could add some other layers to that if you wanted some other little papers peeking out from here, whatever. And this Scotch glue is so awesome that I will glue lace down with it because it's just that awesome. I wouldn't do that with all my glue sticks. I usually just use my heavy duty Fabrifix glue, but with this Scotch glue stick, it's amazing. It will totally stay down. All right, so there we are. We're moving right along. And now we just have this cute, tiny little pocket. So here's another one where we're gonna cut the top off of the paper. So this is what we have. We know we want it to come and close on this side right here. Cute. So we know we're gonna snip off this edge just barely. So we're gonna go ahead and glue down the 3 sides, and I have extra glue on this, so it is going to be glued for all eternity. But that will form your tiny little pocket, and it is pretty tiny, so keep that in mind. So we have it just like this, and we're going to come and we're just gonna barely snip off the very tip of that pocket, like so. And you don't have to punch out that little circle. I think I just got some glue on this and that's why it's being sticky on me, but we'll attempt it. This could go badly. Oh, that one went good. But I did it straight through on all this just because it was so tiny. But you could just do that top layer. It's up to you. And then we have this little tag. And again, I glued them together. And another little hole punch here. And I have a little journal spot on the back, so it's kind of fun. I'm about out of these small ones. I need to order me some more. And on this one, I used just some twine and just tied a tiny little bow. I'll do that later. You don't have to watch, but you can see kind of the effect I was going for. And then this is going to go into the tiny pocket eventually. There we go. So you have just a tiny pocket, and we're going to go ahead and glue that flap down. This is our last flap. And you can just play with where you want that to fall. You can bring it up higher, you can bring it a little lower. I kind of like that a little higher than I put it on this. It's kind of fun. Okay, so that is your finished product. You just have several little tuck spots and little flaps. You could add some other words. You could add some more fussy cuts, but you have tons of journaling in this with these little tucks. You could even journal here or put a picture here, like an actual picture, which would be really pretty. And then you've got that pull out. We're gonna add some ribbon in this one later. And you've got a picture, you've got another pocket. You could just use any of these tucks. There's a few that I didn't even use that are in the kit, but that you could add to that little spot back there if you wanted. But lots of fun journaling. And then when you close it, you just go in order. I gotta make sure this isn't gonna stick because I got glue on the back. But anyway, so then you just close them in the order that you, one by one, close them up. If you want, you can have that old paper clip to hold everything in place. It just kind of holds it all down a little flatter in your journal, and you don't have to, but it's kind of fun. But just remember, if you're gonna do that, when you glue this in your journal, come around here and around through here, but leave a space right here for that paper clip to kind of attach, and it will just kind of be tucked between your journal page and your cute pocket. So anyway, way fun. Really easy. It's a little more advanced. I think we're ready after having worked our way up through 6 of these now, and this is the 7th. I think we've learned some pretty cool techniques. I hope you feel like you've learned some cool stuff. I know even I feel like I keep learning, so I enjoy that part of junk journaling and art journaling. So I hope you feel like you're getting some, ooh, that's cute. Some fun things out of it. But anyway, sorry, I got distracted. Thank you for watching. Hopefully we're gonna get 3 more of these. We want 8, 9, and 10, so we'll have a total of 10. And then I'm gonna assemble it all in a journal that I will show you. And that whole journal is just gonna be these cute little kits that I've been working on for months, and just some coffee dyed paper, maybe some music paper, a few things like that. But a really simple journal that's gonna just shine because of these. And it will be plenty thick with all of these too. So I don't think we need much more than these for a 10 extra fun little pages within a journal. But I think it'll be a really pretty one. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are all doing so well, and we will talk to you later. Bye.